I always liked tumbling, so I started off, I think I was like 10 years old, something like that, and I had a dream that I could do a back handspring. At this point, I had like no ability to do flips. So I woke up that morning, I told my mom, and she was like, oh yeah, okay, whatever, Cody. And I went out on the trampoline and I did it. And so then I came to Acro that night and I threw it on hard ground. And from that point, it just took off for me. It wasn't a good back handspring. I clamped my head a bunch, but it was like what drove me to learn more skills. And it took me further and further, and I just kept wanting to be as good as I could be at tumbling. We always were setting up mats to the walls in the studio and just trying like random flips off the wall, and we thought we were onto something brand new that nobody had ever done. And it turned out there was a whole parkour world we didn't even know about. It's kind of a way of life for us, is what we love. We grew up doing it and we just can't stop doing it.
When I was 6, that's when I went to my first dance class. What's really funny about that is my mom thought I would like cheerleading. Put me in a recreational cheer group, and I knew the first day that was not for me. But went to my first dance class and I was hooked. And I knew at a very young age that dance was going to always be a part of my life. As I got older, I was doing tap, ballet, jazz, lyrical. Got to where I really loved the hip hop and the ballroom and just all the drama behind it. I started doing acro when I was 15. I do believe that God had a plan for me to stay and do this. The thing that keeps me just like really motivated and excited is the fact that I can come in here and do the choreography that I like to do, and watching the kids get excited about it. It makes what I do that much more rewarding.
My background in the Acrofitness professional world started when I was about 10 months old and plopped on a stage for my first recital, and I've never really stopped since. I also did dance growing up, and I tapped into gymnastics for a little bit, and I cheered all through high school. I coached 2 national championship teams. In my adult life, I did compete in the aerobic gymnastics championships with my friend Lacey and Jen, and we got a first place. So that's kind of where my fitness love went when I did that world's competition with them. Continued to coach, cheer, and tumble. And I'm just very passionate about the choreography. It's my favorite part. I love that. So yeah, I've never really stopped since the day I was born. And my kids, they're all about it, and so it's just fun. It becomes a big family. It's a big family affair here. Yeah. It can be good, it can be bad, but most of the time it's pretty great, yeah.
I was 12 when Acrofitness kind of fell into my lap at my old studio. I was a dancer here in Mooresville, and when they moved here from Connecticut, it just showed up at my studio one day, and it was like God just said, here, try this on for size, see what you think about it. The following year, that summer, I was training with Marie as to be an assistant, and it never stopped. So 22 years later, here we go. Something that I want parents to know, we may only see their kids once a week for an hour. We get lucky enough to have some of them lots of time during the week. But even if I only teach your child one time a week, we get to know their kids, and we get to know what makes them click, and we get to know what makes them work. When I get down to my little babies that I teach on Tuesdays, or my 5 to 7 year olds, getting to get in there and start with them from the scratch point is so fun. You're not a number on a spreadsheet. You're not a name in a database. You're not a dollar bill in the bank. It's a child, and that child deserves to have just as much fun as our kids on All-Star do. We want to get to know them individually.